when you left Puerto Rico, you went to WWE. I mean WWF. What year?
Well,
what year?
I was working for. I work in Japan. Abi Abdullah took me to Japan for one of the biggest tournament over there in December, 87, I believe, maybe 87. Yeah, 87. And then I come back 88 in early area, January of the 88, I believe was. And then they took me out of the tour, because I remember, and this is a story. Abby was a great, loving friend of Carlos, and they doing a lot of money, a lot of business. And Abby took me there, and using his experience, he asked me about Puerto Rico. I said, "What do you mean?" I remember that, and he said, "Well, how is business?" I said, "Well, we hot because they owe us a lot of money. It was a couple of weeks behind, and we don't understand why, because houses was good, and Chiqui was mad in one side over there. Everybody was kind of a hot." So Abby asked me over there, how was the business? Well, they owe us money. Well, he went back to Carlos, called back Carlos that night, and talked to him about what happened. So when we come back 3 weeks later from Japan, it was a long tour. I remember we are in Caguas, and Carlos come to me and say, "Hey, what happened in Japan?" I say, "Well, many things. We wrestle here, we wrestle there." So he say, No. What happened there?" I'm like, "What happened there? What do you mean?" So, "Yeah, what happened?" I said, "Well, we wrestle and we, tournament, because what the heck?"
Yeah.
So he's not, he know what he want to ask, but he's not asking clearly what he want to ask. So he said, "What happened with Abby?" I say, "Abby, he's okay, that I know." He said, "No, that you talked to him about what happened here in Puerto Rico." And now, yes, oh, yes. Well, yeah, I tell him that we are hot because the money, we need to get our money back and blah, blah, blah. So he don't like that. He turned around and left, So I'm like, fuck you, I mean, what do you want me to say? We hot? Yes. Do you owe us money? Yes. So without knowing, of course, because I don't know that he was a good friend, of course, with Baba and Abdullah, of course. So they took me off the Japan completely, like a punish. Oh, fuck him. So he used his experience, he used his knowledge, he used his friendships to go against a young guy that was starting the business. How I know this, because later on, looking and asking and checking, I know all this gaga. So I say, okay, I see. So no head, no brain for the business, just to make somebody punished by something that you did.
He was going to teach you a lesson.
But no made no money. He closed the I was making $2,500 a week there. So hey, that's a good money for me coming from here. So that helped me a lot in my business, So what he did, he cut that. So he cut my supply of living, that's the way I see it.
Yes.
So to me, that's a son of a bitch, because you don't do that. So that's okay. He did it. Good. Because what goes around comes around somehow. So a couple of years later, I quit the company. By Hugo talked to me and he said, I leave the company and I want to take you with me. I'm like, whoa, what the heck? Make me fucking nervous. So I said, okay. So I left the company and
where did you go?
Well, I left with Hugo to another local company here in Puerto Rico. It was IWA, All Star Wrestling. So we went there and we started making some money. At least the lady was paying weekly, So established myself. From that, I started making the bridge again with Japan. So to see what happened, to see what this and that. Here in Puerto Rico, I started working with some local business. I was like almost 2 years with the other company. That gave me enough time to know other people in the business. I was new, make my bridge back to Japan. This time with the New Japan Pro Wrestling, all New Japan Pro Wrestling, the Inoki office. I don't come back to Capital Sport Promotion for 23 years. In those 23 years, I went out and learned, the hard way, and what's the right way to learn how to do business. And of course, every day we learn more and more. I see things in Louisiana when I went there. I see things in Mexico when I went there. Here in Puerto Rico, I see life in Japan. I see what's more life after the wall in Puerto Rico.